In a quiet, sleepy forest, where the trees whispered secrets to each other and the wind sang gentle lullabies, lived a little night owl named Ori. She was smaller than the other owls, with feathers that glimmered silver in the moonlight and golden eyes that seemed to hold all the stars in the sky. Ori loved the night more than anything, not just because it was quiet, but because the stars called to her in a way no one else could understand. Ori wasn't like the other owls. While they hunted or slept peacefully in their nests, Ori spent her nights staring at the heavens, imagining herself flying among the stars. "If only I could touch them," she whispered to the night.
Maybe then I could understand what lies beyond the forest.
The other animals often laughed. "Little Ori," said a squirrel one evening, "the stars are not for us. They are too high, too far. You should be happy with the forest." But Ori could not be happy. Every flutter of her wings felt like a small rebellion against gravity. Every gust of wind made her heart ache for the sky. And so, she dreamed. One night, as Ori perched on the tallest branch of the oldest tree, she felt a presence beside her. It was Luna, the ancient owl, whose feathers were tinged with silver and gold and whose eyes had seen centuries pass. "You sing to the stars every night, don't you?" Luna asked, her voice like wind through leaves. Ori nodded, her chest puffing out nervously. "I want to touch them. I want to know their light, but I'm too small, and they are too far." Luna looked at her kindly. "Ah, little one. Sometimes the smallest wings carry the biggest dreams. But you cannot reach the stars by flying alone. You must learn the night song." "The night song?" Ori asked, her head tilting with curiosity. "Yes," Luna whispered. "It is an ancient melody, older than any tree in this forest. It can carry your wishes across the sky, and if your heart is pure and your courage true, the stars will hear you. But learning it is not easy. You will have to face the winds, the dark, and even your own doubts." For nights that turned into weeks, Ori practiced. She flapped her wings against strong gusts, sang into the wind, and learned to listen to the whispers of the forest. Sometimes the melody failed, and Ori's heart sank. The forest grew silent around her, and the stars seemed cold and distant. She thought about giving up, but then she remembered something Luna had said. "Dreams are not meant to be easy, little one. They are meant to be believed in." One particularly dark night, when clouds covered the moon and even the stars were hidden, Ori felt lonely. She perched on the highest branch, closed her eyes, and sang with all her heart. She sang of hope, of courage, and of the longing to reach something beyond herself. Her voice trembled at first, but then grew stronger, weaving through the forest, curling around tree trunks, and climbing higher into the sky. And then something magical happened. A star twinkled brighter than any Ori had ever seen. Then another, and another. Tiny specks of light began falling like gentle raindrops, landing softly around her talons. Ori gasped in wonder. She hadn't just sung the night song, she had invited the stars closer to the forest. The other animals awoke, blinking in astonishment. "Look," cried a rabbit. "The forest! It's glowing." Ori looked around, her heart swelling with joy. She realized that the stars had not just come to her, they had brought their light to everyone. From that night on, Ori became more than a little night owl. She became the guardian of dreams, the singer of wishes, and the friend of the stars. And Ori realized the most beautiful truth of all. You don't need to touch the stars to feel their light. Sometimes, the magic is in daring to reach for them and sharing that light with the world. And so, under the silver moon and twinkling heavens, Ori sang, her voice carrying far beyond the forest, teaching everyone that even the smallest wings could soar the highest, if only they dared to dream.